In this episode, the fight for everyone's memories continues. Hey there, my name is Rex, episode 83 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. This one continuing the second half of the duel that started in last episode, and this one I think really does capitalize on what was set up in the last episode. So, the main duel that we're focusing on, of course, is Ryunosuke, and I guess Ranzai also, versus Gakuto. And now on to Gakuto's turn, he summons Yama Ruler, and has its effect to, lock the opponent. And also with Kima Ruler, he can attack directly, and Yama Ruler destroys Ryunosuke's monster, so Ryunosuke is kind of at a disadvantage here. And here's where things get a little crazy, though, because then he puts on his own persona similar to the Gakuting that Gakuto did, and Ranzai even joins in, so, some funny moments, but of course they're doing it very intentionally to try and jog Gakuto's memories, and that's at least working. Again, they're kind of the only ones who can potentially even break through to Gakuto in this sense. And so things are already kind of starting. He's at least remembering that because, it's a crazy, terrible, embarrassing moment for all of us that we can all never forget as much as we try to. But I do like that he's able to get around the Yama Ruler lock by sending his ace monster to the graveyard and then special summoning it through an effect. And he doesn't stop there, though, as he fusion summons, and fusion summons a brand new monster. So he's got this neat monster, and it has an effect to destroy 2 monsters. So that's how he gets around that. Again, during this episode, though, we're intercutting between the other duels that are happening, and they're all very well timed. When you're relaying it back or when you're kind of discussing it, I don't think it really works super well because of how they're intercut with each other. But in the moment, for the purpose of the dramatic storytelling, it really does work. Because at the same time, as Ryunosuke summons his fusion monster, we're getting bits and pieces of the other duels. As I think the best part, one of my favorites, is seeing Galliant duel against Asana, because he activates card destruction to be able to draw more cards, and the cards that he draws, we get a glimpse at them, seeing that they're actually the ID cards of the other Machine Cavalry members, and it really just ties it all together, and I really do like that. And it makes sense, of course, because they're some of the ones who were the first, well, not the first, but after Yuga, but they were the ones who were finding ID cards and turning them into maximum monsters, which is how Asana had gotten her maximum monster in the first place. And so that makes sense that they're able to do that here. And so it really just ties it all together, just with how close they all are. And on top of that, the ID cards that he ends up drawing become Asana's maximum monster, Worm Excavator. So during his turn, he summons Worm Excavator, and it's starting to kind of jog memories in Asana as well. And meanwhile, the duel with Sebastian and Nail, Sebastian summons Yggdrago, which Nail just gave to him. So that again, really powerful in the moment, just because during this turn they're all starting to get some of their memories, or at least they're getting glimpses of it, and so they all attack directly, and at this point they all kind of get their memories back after seeing these monsters. And specifically with Gakuto, he even kind of has a flashback to his ancestor Gakugen, who of course started the Sugetsu style duel, so that's it's kind of a good moment for him. And then going on to his turn, he reveals that he changes back into the Sugetsu style clothing, which just a great moment. I got chills the whole time during this part. And interesting thing, though, again, we don't really see the full duel between the other characters. We're mostly focusing on Gakuto and Ryunosuke, but all of them end up turning around. We don't see how the others do it. We see how Gakuto ends up turning things around, summoning Sama Ruler, and then fusion summoning it into his new fusion monster, Samaterasu. And then, of course, we cut to everyone else. Asana, who somehow, has a bunch of monsters. Nail, who summoned a brand new monster that I don't think we've even really seen him use it. But they're all able to take down the opponent's maximum monsters. And all the characters that had their memories erased end up winning their duels. So, at least kind of nice for them. At least they end up winning, I guess, a duel. Despite, previously having their memories lost. But, at the end of it, they all do have their memories returned. So kind of interesting that, this is able to break through. But I guess, in a way it works, because the whole thing of yeah, sure, you used magic, basically, to erase their memories. But, the power of friendship conquers that. It makes sense, right? It works out. Especially, thematically, right? And I did like how all that was set up. Again, in the previous episode and going into this one just had some good payoff for how it was set up. And like I said, I already mentioned it, but it was really meaningful that these specific characters are the ones to break through to the, specific characters that they do. So the episode ends with, them all kind of coming back together, and so real nice. But of course, that's not the end of the story, and there's more. But this episode, combined with the last one, I think really do work as a good 2-part duel. So there's that. I really did enjoy it, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Yes, I am behind, because Master Duel week turned into Legends Arceus week, so it's been a busy, it's been a crazy month already for video games. But let me know what you think about the episode in the comments below. And hey, if you're on Master Duel, let me know your thoughts on that as well. Maybe I'll do some things with that, but I really got to try and catch up with Sevens first, and then I'll start thinking about more content. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, show your support. Anyway, this has been Rex. Have a nice day.